Let me tell you about John Miller, an ordinary guy from a small town in Montana who lived a perfectly normal life until that cold November night in 1973. He was driving home from his late shift at the paper mill when a brilliant blue light flooded his car. The next thing he remembered was waking up in his vehicle, parked in the same spot, but somehow 12 hours had passed. That's when the nightmares started. But they weren't just nightmares, they were memories. Memories of cold metal tables, strange clicking sounds, and tall, thin figures with enormous black eyes. John became convinced they had put something inside him, a tracking device of some sort. Of course, nobody believed him. His wife left him, calling him paranoid. His kids stopped visiting. Even his own doctor suggested he seek psychiatric help. He started keeping detailed journals, documenting strange occurrences, his TV turning on by itself, mysterious phone calls with nothing but static, and black unmarked vehicles following him around town. For 20 years, people dismissed him as the town's conspiracy nut. Kids would point at him and whisper, "There goes crazy old John." But he never wavered from his story, not once, even when it cost him everything. Then, in 1993, John died of a heart attack. During the routine autopsy, the coroner found something that made his blood run cold, a small metallic object, about the size of a grain of rice, embedded in the exact spot where John had always claimed it was. The object was like nothing they'd ever seen before, made of an unknown alloy that didn't match any known metal on Earth. Here's where it gets even stranger. Within hours of the discovery, men in black suits arrived at the morgue. They took the object, claiming it was government property. When the coroner requested documentation about the item weeks later, he was told no such object had ever been logged into evidence. But wait, the story doesn't end there. In 2015, the cemetery where John was buried was scheduled for relocation due to a new housing development. When they exhumed his grave, the workers made a chilling discovery. The coffin was empty. No decomposed remains, no clothing, nothing. Just an empty box that had been undisturbed for over 2 decades. To this day, no one can explain what happened to John Miller's body. The official record states that there must have been an error in the burial process, but those who remember John's stories wonder if perhaps he wasn't so crazy after all. Sometimes, on quiet nights in that small Montana town, people still talk about John Miller and the mysterious metal object. And if you listen carefully, you might hear them ask, what if he was telling the truth all along?